What's up everybody, hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review and kind of giving my perspective and takes on this new LEGO Friends direct-to-consumer sized set. This is Andrea's Modern Mansion set number 42639, rated for ages 14 plus, 2,275 pieces. I believe it is 10 mini dolls and one of the animals. You get a bunny rabbit. And it retails for $200, and this is a very stunning parts pack, I will say. This set is also designed reflecting some very nice modern and chic architecture, which I believe is a nice manifestation build for 2024. This set is highlighted by the Friendship Reunion badge, showing the original cast and highlighting a bridge between this original generation and the newer generation, which promises to be more inclusive, and in the sets reflect a broader color palette as well as a broader profile for all the characters. So of the 10 mini dolls, there are the 5 main characters of LEGO Friends, which are Andrea, Emma, Olivia, Stephanie, and Mia. Newer characters Autumn, Leo, and Paisley are there, as well as Andrea's new husband, Jiwon, and they give birth to Imani. And through 12 years of the LEGO Friends line, they have increased their commitment to offering a more inclusive profile of their mini dolls. And one rather touching example is with Autumn, who is shown to have a limb difference. So kudos to LEGO for making this touching move. In this set, just about every single color in LEGO's present palette is included. A couple minor solid color exceptions and one minor transparent exception. Transparent exception would be the dark trans black color, which is actually a replacement of trans brown, and the solid color exceptions that I know of are like sand blue. I believe medium blue is not in the set at all either, among maybe a couple others. It also especially features a brand new shade of orange called Reddish Orange, which is located in elements here and here, and hidden in a 1x4 tile inside, as well as with 1x2 plates here. And this new shade of orange looks very similar to dark orange, but is a bit brighter. I hope it does not replace dark orange. And I, for one, can say that dark orange is actually in the set as well. A couple elements down here. So maybe that color is going to be safe, and this is just going to be a more vibrant option for future releases. A lot of the space releases in the Friends, City, and Technic lines also have this shade of orange, complementing shades like sand blue and dark blue. By now you guys may have noticed that I have not put any decals on this set or stickers. I choose not to, as the set is squarely being bought for the parts, but I really enjoyed building it, and we'll talk about the various build details momentarily. What's neat about this set is that it does not show all of its cards right away. There are a lot of little hidden Easter eggs and surprises throughout the model, including right here in the garage, and this is where we will start our little tour. So the garage is operated by a little crank here. So you turn it 90 degrees and you can see that the mechanism slides along a railing on a 2x8 plate. And that reveals the interior of the garage and the door to the elevator. But one extra turn on this knob and you get the ramp lifting up, so that you get to pretty much discharge the car when it's ready to go, as was shown in the opening scene of this video. But what's neat is that it's fully functional, that the mini doll gets out of the car here and just walks right through the little portal into the elevator. The elevator is operated by a worm gear, hand cranked with this knob here on the top. So as you can see, I am turning it counterclockwise, and that will lift the elevator up through the various floors. It's pretty smooth along the railing, and it hits the top here at the 3rd floor, I believe it is, of the building, or if you count in certain nomenclatures, the 2nd floor. So it really lines up here. Mini doll gets in and out and navigates throughout the house. So this is a neat little detail. So it creates a simulated access throughout the building through the various floors. And since the axis actually runs on a Technic axle, as you can see here, it is possible to motorize this elevator, even though for this scope, I don't think we really need to do it. But it is good to know that this mechanism is motorizable in case we design something particularly interesting like a great ball contraption or whatnot with this technique. So we'll just turn it around to the back so I can show you the elevator in better detail. You can see the lift here, which has a smooth surface with tile elements there. So this starts at the back side of the garage where there is really nothing on the right side, just more cliff texture. But the main detail of the first floor is here. This is Andrea's recording studio, where she becomes a music producer as an adult. We have a little stool to sit on using a light yellowish green element and a trans green base, and pretty much her desktop recording equipment, microphone, vinyl display, lots of vinyl here, and some desktop details there. But there's a nice little secret hidden behind the actual desk equipment. So if you roll this out, this produces a rollaway bed, which is really neat. It's a nice contrast because initially the construction of this section using the instructions was rather crude, very blocky back there. I was like, okay, what's going on here? What are we trying to build? But I can see, okay, a bed's taking shape. But it's interesting. It's interesting how this came out, and it's a nice looking detail. As you can see, the mailbox is back here, so we'll just kind of roll over to the outside since we're still on the ground floor technically. I just kicked one of her details out. So lots of emphasis on some landscaping here. I believe this is a plant from plant. A lot of these blue leaves, which is a really nice color to get them. It's bright light blue, using aqua pizza slices as an additional texture. They seem to be really emphatic using lime. And this is the bottom of the waterfall, which I will go into more detail as we get to the rooftop. And a lot of these plants, which look like definitely Southwestern style plants. Gray is the stone wall here going up. But then we transition to the second floor using the staircase, the mailbox back there, and then we hit a tanning bed, rather. She has sunblock here, some more plants arranged there. Let's lay down, maybe get a sunrise or sunset tent at that point. We're still a couple floors down. Or just drop into the swimming pool, which is quite interesting how it is done. We have a little bagel or donut. The name kind of escapes me. You could just stick a MiniDoll in there. I think I put it wrong. It should be more like this. So yeah, he's definitely not in swim trunks, but that's okay. Just put it there and you represent the scene there. It's interesting that they don't fill the top of this in any way. Though you can be ambitious and try to fill it with water, though I believe it will seep right through the cracks there. So really the water portion is left to your imagination. So there are 2 access points to the pool, ladder there and steps here. And then we go into what seems like a mezzanine outdoor patio deck here with a nice table of some macaroons and martini glasses. And over here, a jacuzzi with these really nice trans light blue curved panels and some bubbles coming out of the center of the jacuzzi. Really nice detail, and it really screams luxury the way it is oriented at the very edge of the building. There are glass texture chairs that have full range of motion around a center stud. So you get to orient and position the minifigs as you wish. So moving around, we go to the back of the building and we reveal a nice piano deck here. So you can have somebody playing some very soft, easy listening music on the piano and offering some nice jazzy vibes in all this. And looks like a small kitchen here, rather small kitchen, not a lot of detail, just a cup, some cubbies, and what appears to be a sink. So this is probably the least detailed part of the entire house. But the tile texture of the teal and light lavender is pretty nice. And with that, we move to the 3rd floor of the mansion. So normally, and yeah, you can ridicule me all you want for not adding the stickers, but yeah, this is full of all the old classic portraits of the original Lego friends through the years. So it's a nice touch. And we have 2 bedrooms up here. So we start with Imani's bedroom, which definitely has the design of a child's bedroom. It's kind of oriented so the light can hit it better. Stationery on the shelf there in blue. A nice bed that's shaped like a rocket. Maybe this is a segue to some of the initiatives that LEGO Friends and LEGO City are pushing this year, which I believe has something to do with NASA getting people on the moon. And probably one of the most peculiar bathrooms I've ever seen. It is a nice, neat, simple design. Giant sticker would go on the panel there showing some of the details, but what's kind of eerie is that there is a transparent pink window behind the toilet so people can see you doing your business. So that's kind of unique. So something different. But I like the tile floor here, the mix of light aqua and dark blue. I was thinking, oh, dark blue is not going to be in the set, but it's full of dark blue elements on the 3rd floor here. But then we go into the master's bedroom, or what I like to call the OnlyFans suite, because it does look like a very romantic bedroom. A box of, you guessed it, and the thing just like popped out of the building, but a nice little heart. Maybe these are chocolates located on the bed. But yeah, that very explosive box of hearts is a very nice little surprise in the set. Nice little furnishings and cute plants. Makeup here. And some literature and lamps here, making this a very nice bedroom design. Warm colors throughout, perhaps symbolizing warmth. And we get to the rooftop, which we have no idea of how to climb up there. Maybe you have to poke a hole through this center structure and then just climb the minifigs out of the elevator. But it's a nicely detailed rooftop design with the usual customary fire pit, some sofas, and I like this design here for this rather rectangular sofa. It feels like what you would see in a lot of modern like hotel decks, poolsides, rooftops, etc. Nice glass table here with a martini glass and a donut. Looks like a karaoke box here. Some potted plants and some more plants, as well as the little pond which leads to the waterfall going down back to the 1st floor. So what's neat about this, it's kind of interesting detail. Well, maybe not so much a detail, but the part palette thing that I noticed is that they use a lot of parts from the succulents and botanical sets to create some of the leaves and foliage shown in this set. So that's a neat little detail. Not to mention we have a fully decked out yoga studio here with the aromatherapy, the actual mat itself, and a tablet or TV displaying some of the tutorials, some of the exercise routines. So very therapeutic, nice design here on the top. And the set comes with 2 fan palms with a brand new mold, which is this 2-stud wide palm frond. Very interesting, especially in lime. Feels very Cali, not very Florida, but that's all right. Same business. And a closer look at the front facade with some of the neat modern architecture and the garage doors being used as some sort of color pattern that definitely reminds me of Miami International Airport. The bridge between Concourse E and the mover that goes to the airport has this nice style as well. So it was kind of reminiscent of that vibe. That's kind of what I got out of building that. Though it looks like sometimes they can be a little tricky to line up between the 2 clips. I'm not sure if that was user error or if that's just instruction error, especially here. Maybe I have these clip plates in the wrong layer, but I double checked the instructions. I believe this is correct. But anyhow, a nice look here, profile look at the front facade, and we'll go on to our closing thoughts. And that pretty much completes the walking tour of the building, and this is where I will give my thoughts. So for those that are fans of the original LEGO Friends line, this is an excellent nostalgia set. Well, that is quite a stretch to say 10 years is nostalgic, but it is a nice little throwback to when the line originally started and to see how far it came. As a kind of a dollhouse set, I guess. It's really nice, has quite a bit of play features, but those are not benefits that I myself will particularly be enjoying, and I'm not really married to the line. I did get this really for the parts and for some of the techniques. So what's actually really nice about this is that there are a lot of recolors and new parts that you get exposed to, and I guess one of my philosophies is, like, in order to learn Lego building techniques, you have to keep building and keep doing the reps, because that's really like the way you learn. You see it in practice in front of you, and you get introduced to all these new elements that get to really enhance your palette. So this set is one of what I would call a palette adjustment. So especially when it comes to like online pick-a-brick, logbook, etc., some of the programs that Lego users groups participate in, we will have a nice palette to reference in order to shape our collections. And of course, like I said, lots of recolor, so a lot of parts that I've never had in a certain color appear in the set, and it was enjoyable to build with those and construct this product. So of course, this will be integrated into my collection. I don't think in this form, but at least the parts will make some nice contributions and really enhance the vibrance of some of these MOCs that I'm going to be rolling out in the coming years. However, there's one issue that I experienced with building the set, is that there's a quality control issue that, at least at a minimum, the 1x3 bricks in white, the studs are not centered on the long axis, so in order to fit them properly into the building, they have to be stacked a certain way. Otherwise, you would have the studs kind of drooping in a certain direction. So this is something that Lego needs to watch out for, and hopefully they correct in future runs. It's sad to see the quality sort of degrade in that respect, but overall they still are at the top of the line in game with all the competition and clone brands out there. But overall, it's a nice set. I would recommend it, especially to collectors who want some inspiration. This has a lot of neat design features that can be beneficial towards MOCs, and also to try out that new orange color, even though there are only about a dozen elements in that color in this set. But for the price, a little steep, but you get a lot of MiniDolls, so if you're about collecting MiniDolls, it might be worth the while. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this review and this walking tour, very real estate style. If you'd like to see more content, especially some of the MOCs I'll be rolling out throughout the year, be sure that you are subscribed to this channel, and feel free to leave your thoughts on this set. From HQ, where we are exuding and manifesting royalty, riches, and great vibes, this is TE out.